Today, I'm peeved about this Tumblr post. I want to go through it line by line and talk about where it's right and where it's wrong. It starts off by saying fungi are neither plants nor animals, which is actually correct. Fungi take up a unique space in eukaryotes. They're not plants, they're not animals, they are a secret third thing that has unique properties compared to both of them. To say that there's something in between isn't exactly true either, because it's not like they're a hybrid of plants and animals, they are entirely different. Then they say fungi elude all attempts to categorize them. Not exactly true. We categorize fungi into 7 distinct phyla, and we know very robustly what these different groups are, what they look like, what they behave like, what their DNA is like. So saying that they elude all attempts to categorize them is not true. There are mycologists all over the world, thousands of them, that study fungi, classify them, and reclassify them all the time. Some are immortal. There's this quote from Encyclopedia Britannica that kind of corroborates this, that fungi will continue to grow so long as they have the right conditions to keep growing. And it's kind of cool to think about that there might be fungi living today that are thousands of years old, but I don't think we actually have evidence of any individual fungi that are thousands of years old. But it is interesting to note that fungi do not seem to age, and they die when the conditions are not appropriate for them to survive. Okay, this one's my favorite. Some are so closely related to humans that they cause an allergic reaction when you eat them. What does that mean? I think this comes from the knowledge that fungi are more closely related to animals than they are to plants. And somehow they've made this leap from animals to humans. But humans are just one type of animal. Fungi are equally closely related to all animals, not just humans. And then there's also the consideration that there are things that are more closely related to animals that are not fungi, and there are things that are more closely related to fungi that are not animals. It's an interesting fact that fungi are more closely related to animals than plants, but it's not the complete truth of how living things are related to each other. And I don't think that it has anything to do with allergies either. Are people who are allergic to peanuts more closely related to peanuts than they are to mushrooms? It just does not really make a lot of sense. So even though their professor can't teach them about mushrooms, hopefully you learned something about fungi.